Hello from Bell Rock. I am on my way home from Author Nation and Reader Nation, and of course, because I could, I stopped off in Sedona, and I'm spending a couple days here, really 2 nights, 1 full day, just to decompress and just sort of gather my thoughts about the event. It was good. I didn't sell a lot of books. The last day was Reader Nation, and that was the day we had tables and we could just sell our books to the public. It was free for the public to get in. I think the attendance was good, but not great. James Patterson apparently got really ill, was in the hospital. He was supposed to do a signing, so I think that might have impacted things a bit. I mean, I did sell 1 book. Yay! More importantly, really it was about meeting people, and I feel like I met a lot of people, a few that I hope to stay in touch with. And I think that at this point in my career, that's what's really important. So I've already signed up for next year. As I said, I don't think it's helpful really for me selling books. I did know most of the stuff going on in panels. I learned a few things, but the most important thing that I think is crucially important is meeting other writers. So I had to pause for a second. I'm on Bell Rock in Sedona, and there are a heck of a lot of people. I used to come here 25 years ago, and I would be the only person, maybe 1 or 2 other people. Now it's just nonstop stream. But I found some shade, and that, if you're wondering, that's Bell Rock. It's getting a little sunny. I don't know if I can flip my camera to show you the view. I just think it's one of the most beautiful views on the planet, which is why I like to come here. I did a video on synchronicity and how when I first came to Sedona, I sat on Airport Mesa first, and I think that was the impactful one then. But I sat on Airport Mesa and then came here to Bell Rock. I think it's really important for all of us to have a safe place. Like I always said, if the poopy ever hits the fan, you'll find me here on this rock. Though as I'm getting older, it's getting harder to climb. Just tip in Arizona, easy is a moderate to, heavy moderate on the East Coast. There's only one part where you really have to like do all fours, which to me makes it hard. But I have just in the past year realized I need a walking stick. So that makes life much easier being, not precious about the fact that I need one. Anyway, back to Author Nation. I think one of the things I noticed, and people will talk about it, is people who started their career. I'm going to shift. The sun's coming, and we're going to have a huge glare. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. And my walking stick doesn't fall down the mountain. So people who started their career even 10 years ago had it much easier. I don't know if they understand the challenges it is. I did everything I was told to do. I promo stacked, which is when you do these different promotions. You put your ebook to 99 cents, and then one day you do a 99 cents deal at one company, then the next day another, next day another. That used to, and maybe for some genres it still will rack up, tens of thousands of sales. I just did one and I didn't even get 100. But I don't think promo stacking, well, it doesn't work for me at least. What else? BookBub ads didn't work. Amazon ads haven't worked. I just redid my categories on Amazon. We'll see. It takes a bit. Anyway, I think what's good is going to a thing like Author Nation because it's the world's, or at least the US's biggest indie conference, indie writer and author conference. I think what's important is to be around other people like you. If you're in a typical genre like romance or fantasy or sci-fi, I think it's a little easier. When you get into mixed genre social commentary, it's possible, but it just takes a little longer to break through. At least that's what I'm telling myself. What else? I really don't know what else. This is going to be very short. I don't know what else to say. I mean, every entrepreneur has ups and downs. I'll do a video on it someday, at some point. But being a writer, and I learned this watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, that, whereas 10, 15 years ago, you could be a writer and have a successful career as a writer. Now you have to be a brand. So, I'm trying this YouTube channel. When I get book 4 done, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to start doing shorts, post in the community tab. I mean, there's so much just to do on YouTube. And then Substack, I post every now and then. I know I have to get more serious about it. I just don't have time. I just don't have time. I don't even feel like I have much of a social life. Like I spend a lot of time writing, editing, or like doing that downtime. Like being bored is important, in my opinion. It helps sort of percolate the creativity. So I do need downtime. I need time to wander. I need time to sit on my rock. So I just think that we can do what we can do. You listen to all these experts, like take YouTube, for instance. I always watch videos on how to do YouTube because I'm trying to figure it out. Haven't yet, but I'm trying to figure it out. And I kept seeing people going, oh, you have to use bullet points. Don't read your script. And I just watched this guy who I really like. And he's like, no, use a teleprompter. You'll be more natural. So I'm trying this unscripted. I'm going to see how they go. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just rambling or if I'm saying anything uh, that means anything. But besides that, you know what's amazing? Another aside. They're young couples that have like little kids, like 2-year-olds, and they're hiking them up this rock. I wish I had done that when I was younger. I wouldn't be so afraid uh, or so unsure-footed. People who tend to hike a lot. I mean, when I come out here, they just sort of like gazelles. They just sort of leap up. So I guess the point of this video is, one, as a writer, it is important to find your people. If you can't and you're having issues, I do think it's important to um, go to a conference like Author Nation. I forgot what it was called first. I was going to call it Writer Nation. But even if you're not published, if you're planning to, I mean, they welcome people who aren't published yet, but who want to be an indie writer. That's important. Second, the other important thing is to have a place. Like, I don't care if it's a hammock in your backyard, the place where you just feel at home. I'm literally sitting on mine right now. So I hope you can find a place where you can decompress and just daydream and just feel at peace or at one with the universe. I guess that's it. I mean, I think my third one is I might have to find a new place because there's so many people on this rock. It's a Tuesday, like probably 10:30 a.m. And I just lucked out getting a parking spot. It's really crazy in Sedona anymore. But if you haven't been here, totally worth visiting. I leave to go back home tomorrow, and tomorrow, back to book 4. I'm feeling good about it. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're having fun or at least happy with what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little tour of Sedona. That big hump, the white one, that's Thunder Mountain. And it's just hard to see, but if you see that straight green line, that's the airport, and it drops off, and there's 2 little dots. Let me see if I can bring it in. No, can't bring it in. That's Airport Mesa. That's a huge vortex. And I'm probably missing a million. Straight back, there's a teeny little beige thing. That's Chapel of the Holy Cross. I call that big rock with the dip, I call that Buddhist chair, because when I sit on Bell Rock, where I am now, I feel like I can see Buddha sitting there hanging out. And then in the foreground, that little one, that's Little Bell Rock, Baby Bell. Maybe call it Baby Bell Rock, or Little. And then, can't really see, but if we go all the way, I don't know what that's called. If we go up to the right, we can't see it from here. You get Courthouse Butte. And again, Bell Rock is behind me.